Hello everyone, it's Dman number 5, and I'm joined here today by my friend Jaren. We're going to talk Invincible. Alright, so, Season 3, it's out right now. There's like 6 episodes out right now. Am I right?
Yeah, because we got 7 and 8 coming out soon.
Okay, so in the beginning of the season, we saw Mark training, getting ready to fight someone coming, and do we think he's ready?
For the certain someone?
Yeah, Mr. 10 times worse.
Right now, no.
Oh?
No, he is not ready whatsoever.
Well, I think, considering that you've read the comics, I watch videos on the comics, I think that he is, but I'm tired of him holding back. Now, what's your thoughts on Mark holding back? Because I've heard some people say, like, he needs to stop holding back, he just needs to, like, kill someone. I think because he's a hero, he shouldn't. So what do you think?
I think he's definitely, like, holding back pretty heavy. Like, we saw that fight with Nolan against the Viltrumites, and you're like, oh, this is actually what Mark can do.
From Season 2?
Yeah, the fight on Telescria.
Yeah.
No, not Telescria, the Thraxan planet.
Thraxan, yeah.
Yeah.
I think my reason, because some people are like, why doesn't he just, like, not hold back? Like, why does he just, like, not kill everyone the entire time? Because Mark is so strong that, like, he knows his limits, and he knows, like, certain people can't really take it. And also the thing with Angstrom, like, probably, like, shook him up a lot. Like, it did, because he killed him, and he said, like, he thought he was stronger. So that's probably why he keeps holding back. But, like, he needs to kind of stop. I think he needs to stop holding back now, because the next 2 episodes coming out are gonna be challenging for him.
Yeah, no, the next 2, I think, like, the next one will really set up, like, his fight for the second episode, but I'm hoping they don't, like, really mess us up on the in the show and, like, end with him arriving. Because if they do that, I think they're gonna lose, like, a lot of you.
Like you don't want the last episode to be him arriving.
Yeah, because if they spend the next 2 episodes
with the Invincible
War, and then end it and are like, hey, let's introduce him and then have him start in the next season, that would make me really mad.
I do not think they will do that, because every season it's been the finale for each season has always been a big fight that's just gonna fuck up Mark.
Yeah.
So my theory is, this is probably what's gonna happen. They're going to do the entire Invincible War for this episode, which is gonna be like an hour long probably, and then at the end we're gonna get that comic panel come to life, and then the next episode's just gonna be, the finale's just gonna be all hell and, like, gore and brutality.
I'm waiting for that, because that's gonna be really, really good to see, because the animation this season has been lacking.
That is another thing I wanted to talk about. The animation has been lacking a lot. I rewatched the first season a little bit ago.
Man, it's beautiful.
The animation of the first season is so much better than what
now,
we're getting right here.
This is good. This is fine.
Yeah.
But it's the fight scenes. Like, this scene was actually really good.
They don't hold back on certain fight scenes, but, like, in, like, smaller fight scenes in certain moments, or, like, flights, like, have you noticed, like, the flying is a bit cheap? Yeah.
PNG.
Yes, the moving PNG. It's really cheap. It's really cheap. And there's 2 reasons why, I think. One, their cast is so stacked. They have celebrity voice actors and, like, professional VAs come in. Like, last season, they had, like, Peter Cullen, Josh Keaton, and all these other VAs, and now they have, like, these Oscar-winning type.
With the most recent episode with Powerplex, they bring in Aaron Paul.
Yeah, who did phenomenal.
He did phenomenal with the character. The episode was a dud, and I'm really mad about it.
In my opinion, it was better than last week's. Last week was definitely a filler episode. I don't like Multi-Paul. I think he's really annoying. I don't like the haircut that he has, and I'm just like, dude, your beef with Rex makes no sense.
The beef with Rex makes no sense, but, like, Multi-Paul pulls up for this, like, one scene, and, like, that's it.
And, like, I don't get, like, how he's the best assassin to this one guy. And, like, here's the thing, I love, like, the order and everything. I love that there's actually a crime world of, like, supervillains and stuff, but I wish they did more with it. Like made it more creative, or like the thing that I love about Invincible is that they get creative with, like, what they do with these powers and these characters and this world, and they didn't do anything with it except, like, make the guy a giant dragon. But that's really boring, and even that fight was boring.
It was kind of boring. Mark got like a stab of one of his teeth straight through his shoulder, and then he just got up and he's like, Cecil, and then does this scene. Or, no, is this the scene right after?
No, this is no. This
is before. This is before. Never mind.
We're getting close to like his crash out.
I saw the thing in his shoulder, but yeah, he just like does that and then just walks away. It's like, oh, he's not hurt.
Well, that's because he's been training. So like that's why I think he might be ready. He might be ready a little bit, but like we both know the comics. Like the sun is gonna happen when he fights Conquest. But last week's episode was a filler episode. I love as much as I love seeing Titan and I love Machine Head. I wish they did more. I wish it got to the same brutality the last time we saw Machine Head. But I don't know. I thought this week's episode was a little bit better because it had good emotion. I liked Powerplex's motivation too. Like he did everything the right way to try and get Invincible to face justice, but
it just wouldn't. And that's like what hurts is because Mark doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, and
he
also
doesn't know.
He doesn't know, and also you have this is kind of like Cecil's fault. Cecil would never let this happen.
No.
Like he works with superheroes. There's no way he's letting any of them face a trial because if he did, all the superheroes would be in jail and Cecil would be out of a job.
But it's in their best interest. Either the entire world is conquered, millions die, or a few thousand die and Mark stops them. So like it's the best of a bad situation.
Now this brings me to what I think is like the biggest, what was the biggest argument throughout the beginning of the season? Who's right, Mark or Cecil? Because Cecil is employing criminals, Darkwing and D.A. Sinclair, who have killed people, and D.A. Sinclair is reanimating dead corpses. Now, I understand Cecil, why he's doing what he's doing. In my opinion, Cecil is what Nick Fury is, should be.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But, good morals and everything, I'm on Mark's side, because they are murderers. They are bad guys. But I understand why Cecil's doing what he's doing. It's just hard to defend him.
See, that's the hard part about this season and starting off this way is that they're both right
in their own way.
But they won't come to the conclusion it's Cecil's right and Mark's right. And so they're here. Where they think this, he thinks this, and if they would both just move up, then they could see eye to eye, but they're both seeing only straight in front of them, and so they're wrong.
Because Cecil sees, the gray and everything. Mark sees
black and white.
But he's starting to see the gray a little bit more. But he's trying to do better with it, and this is where people get mad at why he holds back. Because Mark is still a good guy, but he's still this good hero that needs to do the right thing, but he's challenged every time. When he had to go up against King Immortal.
That was a tough scene to watch.
That was in my opinion, that felt like a filler episode. That felt like just a filler adventure that didn't really need to happen.
That was a really big part, not necessarily for story, but for Mark. Because this is Mark is you can't do this, you can't kill, right after Oliver just absolutely zeros the Mauler twins.
Are they coming back? Or no?
No.
They're not coming back.
It's in some alternate reality.
I really liked them. They were so much fun each season.
The Mauler twins this season are dead.
I'm so sad because I really liked their dynamic and everything. I liked their subplot in season 1 where they were just doing their own thing and then building a human body.
Dude, yeah.
Because I really liked them.
And then now we have this little, can I say little toy boy robot?
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, this scene
where Mark crashes out.
Yeah, and grab Cecil.
Yeah. No, and I want to talk about this. Rex and Mark are probably my favorite best friend duo. They are true boys. They're so much fun to have in scenes together. I love that Rex isn't a dick.
See, I love that he is. He is still.
He is, but
but it's in a good way.
It's a good way. He's a dick to people who deserve it.
And he's so funny right now.
But you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. I hate to tell everyone this, but if you're enjoying Rex right now, next episode you are going to be very sad. Unless they do something different, which they have done before. They've
already changed Ray.
Yeah,
the Ray from in the comics he's a man, and then in the show it's a woman, which I found just an odd thing.
I didn't really care because I didn't know that at the time.
See, it doesn't change anything except for the fact that now her and Rex can have something romantic, which that's why I think they did it, because now
It's gonna hurt a lot.
Now
more.
they can just like do whatever they want with these two characters.
Yeah.
Because after this episode,
it might happen.
Rex
Rex might die in the next episode because during the Invincible War in the comics, he blows up his skeleton to kill a Mark.
He does kill a Mark,
which is a very sad way for him to go out, because like he's friends with our Mark, like the real Invincible, and then he has to like kill himself to kill the other one.
But like,
it's such a dark way.
How else can he kill a Mark? Like, these Marks coming in, you've seen some of them. You've got Prisoner Mark, you've got Thrax Mark, you've got Omni Mark.
You got Yellow and Black Mark with the cape. He's an absolute menace. Oh my god,
you got this guy times what, 16 right now.
It's gonna be a rough. Yeah, his crash out right here is fucking phenomenal. That's why I think the animation has been lacking. That's going back to this.
If it can hold up in the next like Invincible War,
that's why
next fight, it's gonna be so good.
No, that's why the animation has been lacking throughout this entire season, because they put all the money into these last 2 episodes for a great fight, and also celebrity voice cast. Celebrity voice casts are very difficult to get, and when you have a show like this where it has to be really gory, dramatic, and you need these great actors, it costs a lot, so you have to cut corners. So that's why the animation is rough right now. But I think these next 2 episodes coming out are going to be the best like animated ones we get. Hopefully.
I really, really hope that we can see something good.
Me too.
With the Invincible War, you can do it. The Invincible is very quick, which I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, can they really do this in 1 episode? It's only a few chapters, like straight up. The Invincible War can be done in an episode, and it's quick, it's to the point, and then right after.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no gap in between the two.
Conquest just shows
boom. Conquest right after the Invincible.
Mark gets put through the ring. This is definitely each season he gets put through the ringer. This season is the one where he is just on the ropes and getting punched like every single time. Like with killing King Immortal, dealing with Angstrom's death, and all this other shit. Oliver's pissing me off. He's giving me a heart attack anytime he shows up. When he was hanging out with his friends, I swear to God, if this was the boys, he would have killed the bullies.
All 3 of them instead of just pantsing them.
All 3 of them would have been inside out and bloody. Like, I was so terrified because this kid's gonna give me a heart attack. But like in the comics, Oliver is they kind of like nerf him a bit in the comics. Like, he tries to fight Conquest at one point, and Conquest just obliterates him.
Well, you got to think of it. Well, he is a Thraxan. He goes up pretty fast. Conquest is hundreds of years old.
Very scary.
There is only one person in the show currently that we know of that is stronger than Nolan. Nolan is the strongest Viltrumite right now. Actually, we got Thaddeus, but I think Nolan's stronger than Thaddeus.
I think it's Thetis.
Thetis? It is Thetis.
Peter Cullen's character.
Yeah. The leader of the Coalition of Planets right now. He, I think, is weaker than Nolan. The only one that we know that's stronger than him is Conquest.
There is another one.
There is another, but
he's not introduced yet.
He's getting faded up right now.
He's getting faded. Who is his barber? Who is Thrag's barber?
Thrag's barber puts him up with the nicest light skin haircut, bro.
It has to be Krieg.
Dude, getting
he does him right. So,
and the mustache.
Their mustaches. I don't know what it is with this like armies thing with the mustaches, but it's very odd.
You've seen one of the new Mark variants. Is Viltrumite Mark. He's got the mustache.
You've got
2 Viltrumite Marks in the white clothing, and then you've got Omni Mark.
Yes.
He kills Omni-Man in order to don the costume, which is scary. Because now you're like...
I love these variants so
Oh
much.
no.
Mohawk Mark looks unhinged as fuck.
See, I'm kind of mad about some of their designs. The show makes them look too clean. Like,
that is one thing about
the comics.
That is one thing about the comics. In the comics, the like expressions are very exaggerated. In this show, it does look like the comics, but you can't get that exaggeration look most of the time.
The show's a lot more cleaner. It's well rounded. The comics were grimy and they were kind of not poorly drawn, but they were like
crudely.
It's very crudely, no sharp edges, no clean skin like this. Like his skin is all the same color.
Yeah.
It's like
the amount of times there should be a drinking game for the amount of times that Eve and Mark are sitting on that damn roof. I swear to God, my liver
Be
could
drunk
die
by
by
the end
that
of
by
the
that time.
night.
No, seriously. Okay, so Mark and Eve's relationship. Mark expresses love. He told her that he loves her.
Right.
In the beginning of the season. In the beginning of the first episode of the season, he fumbled the bag the first time by telling her that future her told him to tell her.
That was a huge, that was just a
No,
weird
in my
thing to tell
no
someone.
one should ever do that.
No, I don't even get it from Mark's perspective. Like, that's just
I
weird
don't.
to say.
Like, Mark is making some weird choices where I'm just like,
Yeah.
what? Why are you doing this? Like, he's probably thought like, oh, it's the right thing to do, but like, if she probably didn't want to hear
I was
that.
gonna say, it's just so
She didn't want to hear
weird.
that at all.
It's not even like noble. It's just weird.
It is, but I'm happy that they're finally together. But the weird thing is, like, we knew they were gonna get together, and now they're together. It's like, no, they don't know what to do. Like, I think the writers don't really know what to do except like go off the comics and not give them
With
like
Mark and Eve.
and not give them like anything interesting like with Rex and Ray. I find Rex and Ray's relationship way more interesting than Eve and Mark's,
See, yeah.
which
like-
should not be right.
Rex and Ray also like almost died together, and it's like that's why they brought it in. Even Mark, they'll do a lot more with, and even Mark, it's one of those things that like, Eve is now with Mark, and she's like, I get it, we're both superheroes,
Which I love. I love that.
but no one is gonna be like Mark.
No.
You can never like Mark with Eve and Eve with Mark are two separate things. Because, like, Eve just has to watch Mark go into a time portal and be like, oh, sorry, we have to skip our date. And then he goes and kills the immortal, fucks up his mind, and is now coming back and he's like, Eve, I can't do this anymore. And she's like, well, that's our date ruined.
And then they fly off while listening to Joji. By the way, great use of Joji. I'm so happy that Joji's getting used more and more in pop culture. And that's making me really excited. What they need to do now is get Tame Impala into some of this stuff. I'm waiting for the day when they use The Less I Know The Better or Let It Happen.
That would be huge.
Those two songs need to be used. I know they are overrated, but those are the best. Those are my favorite Tame Impala songs. But
see, I'm sad that David didn't come back.
David?
Yeah, feel it.
Oh yeah. I wish. No.
But
Here's
they
saying.
brought in Joji, and so it's good.
No, you want to know what's weird? Because like that song is like basically the theme, like the meme song for Invincible, like on TikTok and everything.
Oh yeah.
They should have saved that song for this season.
Yeah, they wasted it on an Amber scene.
Yeah, Amber. They should have, because like that song, it doesn't match. They should have saved it for this because everyone has just been putting that song over Mark and Eve.
Yeah.
And it was, they should have just waited a while. I know that song like is a banger, but like they could have waited. If it came out now, we all would have been like, shit.
Bang into that song, dude.
So another thing I want to talk about. What do we think of Mark's suit? Because we know that, because like when we heard that this suit was like getting teased, then when it finally happened, we all were like, shit's gonna happen. Like this is where shit gets weird and bad. What do you think of it? Like, what do you think of like the color and like the design?
See, it's a lot of like subtle, like kind of subtle nods to what Mark is becoming. You know, he had blue in his past suit. But it was like a nice, playful light blue.
And he had yellow with the bright colors. He was bright and innocent.
He was nice, and he had the clear goggles. He had the white goggles. That's the biggest thing about the new suit, is that you go in, and now it's darker, it's grimier, it looks more painful.
It looks more textured too. Like he's got the lines like right here above the goggles.
And then everything, the elbow pads and the knee pads, gone.
Yeah.
So now
I wish Art did say the line from the comics, like, I gave you knee pads. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a superhero. He doesn't need knee pads. He's dropping from 20 stories, and he's gonna be all right.
Like Powerplex.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Powerplex just like survived all that, and you're just like, Jesus.
I want that Powerplex's suit is very interesting. One thing I've noticed with superhero suits now is like the cowl, just this, and like the hair gets to flow. I'm just like, okay, cool, let the hair flow, but like, why is your face just like you're not gonna like complete, like you're not gonna get the headband either. Like that's the one thing I did not like about Powerplex's costume, was like there was no headband, so we just got
So
this
it wasn't
big
like Mark's.
forehead.
He just had like, all of this open right there with his hair out.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, but Powerplex, very very cool villain.
I'm mad they destroyed the animation for Powerplex. He's just like, oh my gosh, I hate you. A few sparkles coming out and some different lights, then boom, his wife and kid are dead. You're just like,
did you notice that his wife looks like Jane from Breaking Bad? I don't know if this is true, but like I think the voice actress for her was Jane.
Oh my god.
So, because she sounded a lot like her.
They brought in another Breaking Bad actor. actress.
maybe, but like,
That would have been hilarious. Aaron Paul losing both of his girlfriends.
sorry, the camera cut out, but Aaron Paul did a great job performing and voice acting. Like it was probably like they're pretty easy direction. Like just be angry Jesse from like
Tell
season
him,
5.
"Be Jesse."
Yeah, and then like I'm surprised he didn't say bitch. I'm surprised he didn't put a bitch in there.
That would have been such a funny nod to Breaking Bad of him just.
Well, they do it all the time whenever he like shows up and stuff.
And he'll just, bitch.
And he's like, "You deserve to die, bitch." I'm surprised they didn't put it in there, but I thought this most recent episode was very good. It's really excited. I'm really excited for what's gonna come next. But yeah, one thing that I'm missing though, Tech Jacket. Because was he supposed to get introduced last week?
He was supposed to get introduced with the multi-Paul episode, but they're just like, oh no, you guys don't get to see this. Sorry.
Tech Jacket, I've read up on him and like he's got his own comic and everything.
Tech Jacket's good.
He's a very cool character. They could have easily shown him. They could have easily done it.
I wish they would just tease him or like just bring him in, just get him in. But like he won't really come in until they start the task force and everything.
I think that's when they'll do it.
So
They're probably waiting to do something like that.
I think they'll bring him in at the end of this season, kind of like tease what he's doing right now, and then the next season will be like the start. Because like Nolan's already said that there are less than 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites, and so that's gonna start the next phase of this.
Yeah.
And like what they're gonna do, and that's when they're gonna bring him in.
Yeah. And when they do, I'm gonna be very excited for that. I can't wait for that.
Beautiful.
I can't wait because as Invincible keeps going on, the crazier shit happens. And I'm really excited to see what happens. But right now, I'm looking forward to that Conquest fight. As much as I want to see the Invincible War,
So good.
it's very much overshadowed by Conquest. And we have been waiting like ever since Conquest was first shown on screen in that still image with the
just
bloody
his
fist. People
Did he have his robot hand?
No.
At that
It
point?
was just a regular hand. But people have been waiting 4 years for this fight, and I'm so excited for it.
It's gonna be good.
I can't wait. This season has been full of just shit that I'm excited for.
Because you're gonna have the Invincible War lead up to a few things, a few deaths coming up,
Possible deaths.
possible, and then the Conquest fight comes in, and this will really push Mark to his limit mentally and physically.
It's
If
gonna
you
be
know what I
brutal.
mean mentally, it's rough.
If you thought season 1's finale was rough, holy shit. This is gonna be devastating.
Like, you know the craziest thing too? Season 1's finale, that is chapter 12 in the comics. I believe there are 144. Season 1 was 12 chapters in the comics.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So we're on our way.
We got still another like 5 seasons of Invincible after this.
They said they're gonna make the total seasons that they're planning are 8 total seasons. So like we're
getting another few.
We're getting more. We're probably gonna get. I've heard they want to do a movie, but like live action, or like they want to do like an animated continuation. You can't do a live action movie. That is one thing.
No.
People are like, Invincible can be done in a live action movie. I'm like, you cannot do this storytelling in live action without cutting corners in the worst way possible. With so many characters.
You can't do the fluidity of the movement.
No.
Like everything about Mark is that it is just like a moving PNG of him flipping in the circle. You know, it won't look good in live action. Because it's either going to take 3 years to make, or it's going to cut corners and look bad.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, I don't
There's so
think
much
they'll
like
get the
story.
characters right.
Yeah, there's so much story that you would have to cut out, and you would have to focus on one thing, and that's it. Like if they did one, like if they made a movie like based off each season,
Then that would be good.
they would like cut out. Well, they would have to cut out so much other stuff.
Well, but see, I mean, like, you're not going to get everything of the comics. Like,
That's why I like the show.
there's
more.
just so much else going on, and it doesn't necessarily, like, apply to anything.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, it's fun little adventures, you know? Like, they'll skip around things in the comics Like they did like the Rhiannon scene at like College U or whatever it's called, like season 1, but it doesn't happen until like after Mark and Omni-Man fight in the comics.
That is, yeah,
which is like a weird switch.
Well, it like just gets that out of the way and sets up more, and also it shows that Mark like actually cares to like help his friends and everything. Yeah. That's one of the things I like about the show is that it's changing up moments from the comics where like it was a bit weird. And like they just like kind of made better. This I've heard they said this is like the second draft of the comics, and it's a pretty good draft.
I want to know what they do with it, with some of like the darker themes, because like obviously I mean they've.
I just want the entire show. I just want it all.
But see, like they've killed off Powerplex's wife and kid, and like that was a really dark scene. You know, like he fried his baby, he's newborn, and then but like they left out something random like Amber's sexual assault. Not sexual assault, just assault.
Well, like, and they also took out when Anissa first met Mark.
No, that's later. That comes later.
I thought that was during their first.
No. See, that's why I was gonna get to that next.
Guys, we're screwed.
Will that happen in the show?
No,
really?
I can't.
But like,
I don't believe that they could go like. Oh my god! Like you're saying, and the way they wrote Anissa's character, especially in the show, I can't see her doing it.
Well,
I don't.
If they don't,
it's hard discussing this because it's like she seems so stoic and just so stone cold. And in the comics, her character.
Well, that's the thing. She does it in a stone cold way. She doesn't do it.
Oh, in the comics, it looks like she's doing it in like a freaky way.
No, she doesn't do it because she wants to necessarily. She does it because she knows Mark's like gonna be the better Viltrumite, so she wants.
And this is
She wants a powerful child.
And this is fucked.
And if they don't do it in the show, which that's what I was getting to of like, what are they leaving out? Because like if they leave out Amber being abused, which was like a weird little thing to like show Mark flying off the edge a little bit more, but like they didn't do it. It's like, well, they show that because then they just.
Well, she does have that. Character. Well, she does have that like new boyfriend. Maybe it could. It could lead in that, but like I don't really think so.
They already introduced her boyfriend as really nice.
Yeah.
It's like they're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, he beats her. Have Invincible threaten him real quick.
Yeah, it wouldn't really add anything to the story.
No, but it also like it's a weird choice that they didn't do it.
Yeah.
But like if they don't do the Anissa stuff, they just erase a character. So
you gotta think really quickly with how you're wording with this specific topic too.
I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, but like they leave it out. Okay, I'm fine with that. They keep it in. Better add up to something, because if it doesn't, it's gonna be weird. But I'm really loving the show.
Do you know what it turns out to be?
Yeah. I've read the comics.
Okay.
Well, I've seen comic story and do it, and yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. But I'm loving the show right now. I can't wait for it to get better. Hopefully
these next 2 episodes.
Yeah. I'm going to record myself I'm going to record the reaction.
I just want to see that panel
come to life.
That single panel.
You know that PNG of him from the comics is literally just gonna be traced in, put the animation over it, and he's just gonna be standing there like how he does in the comics. I need that shot of them charging at each other.
Oh, like the
I need
scene
that.
Where they're, like just about to punch.
Those 2 panels of when Conquest shows up and when they clash, those need to be brought together. And when they finally like bear hug, those 3 need to be brought to live action, and then that's it.
See, and then like the Mark one when he's sitting there like right after the worm, stand ready for my arrival worm, and then you have no idea that all I've wanted for the past 2 days is something to hit as hard as I can, and you're just like, oh, Mark, bro.
I want to see Mark crash out. I want to see him crash out like he did in the last finale with Angstrom, like just yelling, like, you have no idea how much I've been holding back. My voice is shot. But like, you have no idea how much I've been holding back. I want that because I got chills. I want that.
Yep.
I'm really excited. But yeah, That's our video for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thanks for coming on the show to talk Invincible.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, this has been a blast.
This has been amazing. Get some Invincible talk.
Yeah, hopefully we get to do it again next week because fuck, it's gonna get crazy.
With the Invincible War, they'll have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah. All right. See y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay awesome, everyone. Bye.